सामूहिक शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली, affiliated by Swami Ramatirth Marathwada University, Nanded. Good morning, all the students of class BSc FY, subject Zoology, paper number 4th, name of the paper Developmental Biology, semester 2nd, unit number 2nd. In this second topic, frog embryology. Today's topic is the frog embryology, presented by myself, Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Assistant Professor and HOD of Zoology Department. Yes, student, in the last period, we see the types of eggs, then types of gametes or the structure of gametes in the frog. Then we see that is male gamete, they to form sperm, and female gamete, they produce the ovum or the eggs. Thus, we know that is embryology. It is also called the developmental biology. It is the branch of science which deals with the study of embryo. So, in this topic, we see the frog embryology. First, we know about the structure of eggs of frog. Thus, in the figure, we see that in the frog eggs, they consist by two-fold, animal fold and vegetable fold. In between these, that is, oogonial cells are present. In this, also in the anterior most post region, that is called first polar body. Then to form the pigment, ribosome, nucleus, mitochondria, and in this, that is the yolk. When this figure eggs is ready for the fertilization. Second figure indicate eggs after the fertilization. That is the second polar body, grey crescent body, eggs after fertilization. Then in this figure we see the frog eggs. Eggs ready for fertilization and eggs after the fertilization how to form. So generally the frog eggs is a huge cell. Its volume is over 1 million times larger than a frog cell. During the embryonic development, the eggs will be converted into the tadpole, containing the millions of cells but containing the same amount of organic matter. The upper hemisphere of the eggs, that is called animal pore, is the dark colored. The lower hemisphere is called a vesical pole. The lower hemisphere, the vesical pole, is the light color. When they deposited in the water and ready for the fertilization, the haploid eggs is at metaphase of the meiosis second. Then to form the fertilization. Generally also in the last period we see the fertilization means that is the union of male gamete and female gamete. Then to form the zygote is called a fertilization. Then this also the frog zygote, animal pole, vegetal pole. In between that is present by the grey crescent. Entrance of the sperm initiate the sequence of the event. Meiosis, it is a completed. Meiosis second stage is completed. The cytoplasm of the eggs rotate about 30 degrees relative to the poles. In the some amphibians, including the xenopus, this is revealed by the appearance of a light colored band. It is called a grey crescent. The grey crescent forms the opposite the point where the sperm entered. It foretells the future pattern of the animal. It foretells the future pattern of the animal. Its dorsal is indicate the capital D, ventral V surface. Its anterior region is called A and posterior region is called P. Its left and right sides. The haploid sperm and eggs nuclei fuse to form the diploid zygote nucleus. Thus fertilization means the union of male gamete and female gamete, then formation by the zygote. When the sperm is haploid and also the eggs is haploid, they two fuse together and they two form the diploid zygote nucleus. Is called the fertilization. Then after the fertilization, that is the first stage, is called the cleavage. The zygote nucleus undergo a series of mitosis with the resulting daughter nuclei becoming the partitionized off by cytokinesis. In the separate and ever smaller cells, the first cleavage occurs shortly after the zygote nucleus forms. A furrow appears that runs longitudinally through the poles of the eggs, passing through the point at which the sperm entered and bisecting the gray crescent. This divides the eggs into the two halves or two equal parts, forming the two-cell stage. The second cleavage forms the four-cell stage. The cleavage furrow again runs through the poles, but at the right angles to the first furrow. The furrow in the third cleavage runs horizontally but in a plane closer to the animal than to the vegetal pole. It produces the 8-cell stage. Thus also in the figure we see that is after the cleavage, that is first cleavage, they to form the 2-cell stage, second cleavage, they to form the 4-cell stage, then third they to form the 8-cell stage. That is also the figure indicate various stages of cleavage in the frog zygote. The next few cleavage also proceed in the synchrony, producing a 16-cell and then a 32-cell embryo. However, and the cleavage continue, the cells in the animal pole begin dividing more rapidly than those in the vegetal pole, and thus become the smaller and more numerous. By the next day, continued cleavage has produced a hollow wall of thousands of the cells called the blastula. A fluid-filled cavity, it is called a blastocoel, which forms within it. In this also, the blastocoel cavity formation in the blastula exterior, second figure blastula in the section, they indicate the frog blastula. And during this entire process, there has been no growth of the embryo. In the fact, because the cells of the blastula are so small, the blastula looks just like the original eggs to the unaided eye. Not until the blastula contains some 4000 cells is there any transcription of the zygote gene. All of the activities up to the now have been run by the gene product, that is mRNA and protein, deposited by the mother when she formed of the eggs. Thus in this the blastulation stage, that is the blastocoel cavity is formed. Yes student, in this period we see the frog embryology, that is the fertilization, structure of the eggs, and then cleavage and the blastula. Next period we see the next topic. Yes, goodbye the students.